Yo, what's going on? My name's Ian. I like making cards, and today I wanted to create Homelander and talk about his story from the Boys TV show. So let's go. In the spring of 1981, somewhere in northeastern America, a secret Vought laboratory had just made a breakthrough on a program labeled as Project Odessa. This project aimed to try to create the most powerful superhero of all time. Using the DNA of Soldier Boy, a powerful superhero made from V1, Homelander, named John by the scientists, was born a soup, with V integrated into his DNA. Growing up, a never-ending series of tests was performed on him to measure his capabilities. Mental conditioning included keeping John in a sterile white room, never being held or comforted by a human, to prevent him from forming bonds with anyone other than Vought's brand. He was strapped to chairs and fed America and Vought-centric propaganda, and told that that was his family. Intentionally making Homelander insecure made him easier to control with his constant need of validation. In his youth, he would often accidentally kill multiple tutors and doctors, not being able to control his abilities yet. This would deeply traumatize John, so much that he created an alter self to get through the bad days. All of these early actions, of course, led Homelander to be shaped by a narcissistic personality disorder, a maternal obsession, and a lack of empathy. In his rising years, his first mission was in the late 2000s with Black Noir. In this mission, Homelander accidentally killed multiple hostages in an altercation with a terrorist. In fear of being outed by the other hostages to Vought, he killed the rest of the hostages and attempted to kill Black Noir. After avoiding Homelander's initial attack, Noir killed a hostage to show Homelander that they were on the same side, forging a bond between the two. Later in 2012, after Homelander was used to abusing his power, he raped a woman named Rebecca Butcher, setting off a chain of events that would spark the show's story. By 2019, Homelander was leading the Seven, the top superhero team in the country, under the control of Madeline Stillwell, whom he developed a maternal fixation on. Shortly after the tragic events of Flight 37, where Homelander leaves passengers to die, Homelander finds out that Translucent, one of the members of the Seven, is dead, and that they're being hunted by a group called the Boys, led by Billy Butcher, the husband of Rebecca, the woman he raped. Later he finds out that she has been in hiding because she gave birth to Homelander's son, the first natural-born soup. After he found out, he killed Madeline for keeping it a secret, even though she was the closest thing he had to a mother, confirming to us that he is truly broken and incapable of rational decision-making. Quickly finding out where they are, Homelander flies himself and Butcher over to go meet them, just to taunt Billy. Homelander, though, is desperate to meet his son Ryan as a way to fuel a family connection he never had. Ryan, though, finds his father figure terrifying and prefers his loving mother. On top of this, Vought introduces a new hero to the Seven, Stormfront, who soon becomes a genuine rival for Homelander's dominance. Not long after, though, Stormfront helps Homelander get his numbers up, and they begin a very toxic romantic relationship. Later it's revealed that she was the wife of Frederick Vought, the founder of Vought, and was the first successful adult subject for V1, making her immortal and extremely powerful. Also revealed was her affiliation with the Nazi Party, and now she uses social media as a way to push her fascist beliefs. And it wasn't long before her history was leaked to the public. This event caused her to be completely unhinged as she flies over to steal Ryan to bring him back to Vought Tower, as she believes that he is the new pure master race, but is intervened by Rebecca, who stabs her in the eye. Stormfront quickly recovers and begins choking Rebecca, but this enrages Ryan, who uses his powers uncontrollably, crippling Stormfront and killing Rebecca. When Homelander arrives to see what happened, he asks Ryan to come with him. Ryan, though, sides with Butcher because of Butcher's promise to Rebecca of keeping him safe, causing Homelander to threaten them, but is stopped by Queen Maeve, a member of the Seven who threatens to release the Flight 37 video that shows Homelander letting innocent people die. Afraid of what people think about him, Homelander lets them go. Butcher and his crew go to Russia to try to find a weapon, rumored to be powerful enough to kill Homelander, but when they get there they end up finding Soldier Boy, Homelander's biological father. He had been secretly betrayed by his team in the 1940s and frozen by the Soviets for decades. When they wake him up, he ends up suffering from PTSD after the experiments that they performed on him, causing him to use his powers uncontrollably, releasing an extraordinary amount of radioactive energy that has the power of frying the V out of any soup's blood, making them human again. When Soldier Boy gets back to America, Homelander finds out who he is and that he is his dad. When Homelander shares this to Soldier Boy, hoping for validation, he is repulsed and rejects Homelander outright. When Homelander meets Soldier Boy again, he finds out that he is working with Butcher and his crew. Growing tired of Butcher, Homelander tries to kill him, only to find out that he had been taking a harmful drug called Temp V, giving the user superpowers for 24 hours, but causing fatal side effects. Both Soldier Boy and Butcher fight Homelander, pitting him to the ground and using Soldier Boy's V-frying powers. However, Homelander broke from their grasp and managed to escape. Soon after, Butcher and his crew released damaging footage of Homelander, causing his approval ratings to crater. This completely broke Homelander as he realizes that he can do whatever he wants because he has nothing left to lose, with this mindset being enforced after he kills a civilian at a rally for throwing a can at Ryan. Unexpectedly, the crowd cheers and worships him for it. This is a major turning point for Homelander as he aligns with politicians and drives Vought's full entry into American government and into positions of power. All of this while he accelerates his grooming of Ryan, pushing his beliefs and ideals onto him, how humans are below them, and if you're powerful, violence is justified. But Ryan still holds much of his empathy and humanity. Later, Homelander returns to the lab he grew up in. He tortured and massacred the scientists who experimented on him, but this brought up old trauma that he still has yet to deal with, making him see and hear his altered self again, even ending up having full conversations with himself. Homelander then gets put on trial for the murder of the civilian at the rally. This starts a strong divide in the people of America, with many people being supportive of Homelander's actions. As the system struggles to hold him accountable, Homelander is set free. While this is happening, Butcher and his crew manage to find a super virus, capable of killing all soups, being the only weapon that might be able to stop Homelander. Vought tracks down and captures almost all of the members of the crew and puts them into camps, but Butcher manages to escape with the last vial of an airborne version of the virus. That's everything leading up to Season 5. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and my art. I'm super happy with how it came out. Thank you guys so much for watching.